Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Baxter, Tennessee. I'm Blake.
And I'm Tucker.
And we've got an awesome matchup under the lights tonight. We've got the White County Warriors taking on your Upperman Bees.
Yeah, Blake, two very talented schools that know how to bring the energy. You can already feel it. That's going to be a good one here
tonight. Absolutely. We got two rivals in Class 4A. This is a massive district matchup with playoff implications and bragging rights on the line.
Yeah, no doubt, Blake. This is for the Region 4 championship. Both teams have plenty of talent and a lot to prove. Let's dive in and see how these squads stack up.
Yeah, let's go over White County Warriors real quick. Sparta comes in at 7-1 on the season, and they're number 65 in Tennessee. After a disappointing Week 1 loss to Saudi Daisy, the Warriors have been a completely different team since. They have wins over 2A York Institute, a huge win over 5A rival Cokeville, a win over Tullahoma, Livingston, Macon County, Warren County, and DeKalb.
Yeah, Blake, the White County Warriors football program boasts a proud history. While the Warriors have not yet won a state title, they've made 10 TSSAA playoff appearances, most recently last season in 2024. But the 2022 season marked a milestone for the program, as the Warriors secured their first playoff victory with a 49-30 win over Franklin County. And this program has seen other strong seasons recently, such as a 9-3 finish in 2022, a 10-3 finish last year in 2024, and with recent seasons showing promise and strong performances.
Yeah, let's go over some key players for your White County Warriors. You got Cole Sims, the junior running back. He's number 61 in Tennessee in total yards with 1,400 yards through 8 games. He is just the sole point of this White County offense. He's going to see the ball a ton tonight. And then Eli Smith, the junior cornerback. He's number 19 in Tennessee in interceptions with 4 so far in the season. Bronston does not want to look his way, or it might be a big turnover. And then Hunter Lee Broyles, the senior defensive end. He's number 10 in 4A in sacks with 4 on the season. Let's see if Upperman's offensive line can hold him tonight.
Yeah, next we got Upperman. They're coming in at 6-2 and ranked number 31 in Tennessee. They started the season off facing a very difficult opponent Week 1. They beat Knoxville Webb, and then they faced a really good Class 4A powerhouse in Greenville team and lost in a thriller. And then the next week they bounced back against 5A Farragut, and then after that they beat Stone Memorial, then faced a really good 5A team in Beach on homecoming here and lost. But since then they've been on fire, beating DeKalb County, Livingston Academy, and York.
Yeah, this is a program built on toughness and tradition. Under head coach Adam Cade, Upperman has become postseason regulars with back-to-back state tournament appearances, and in 2023 they even made it to the state championship. Their identity is led by their head coach Adam Kane. It's disciplined, physical, and relentless.
Yeah, Blake, some of the key players for Upperman tonight is going to be Bronson Chaffin, the senior cornerback. He's a Georgia State commit and number 5 in Tennessee in total yards with 2,373. He's doing it all for Upperman, like Cole Sims is doing for White County. He can run, he can throw, and if you take Bronson away from Upperman, it could be a completely different story. Another one's going to be Colton Johnson, the junior linebacker. He has 80 tackles in 10 weeks, coming in at number 5 in 4A, and he's already attracting major college interest. And another one is Elijah Fitz, the senior cornerback. He's number 9 in 4A for interceptions with 3 on the year. Like we said, they don't want to look Elijah Fitz's way tonight.
Yeah, we got playmakers everywhere. This game could swing on just a few explosive moments. But before kickoff, let's check out some other big matchups across Tennessee tonight.
Yeah, some spotlight games in Tennessee Class 4A. You got 6-2 Carter versus 8-0 Alcoa. It's a key district clash between two of the top teams in the district.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. Then we got 6-2 Volunteer taking on Cherokee at home. It's another district matchup between two really good teams, and really there's a playoff spot in the line, whoever wins this game.
Yeah, it's Week 10 tonight. You're going to see a bunch of district and playoff spots, birth tonight.
Right.
It's just Week 10. It's going to be a great week of high school football. And one of the games is 4-4 Seymour versus 7-1 Elizabethton. It's another heated district rivalry game with the playoff spot on the line.
Yeah, then we got the reigning champions, Macon County, coming in at 6-2, and they travel to the cow pasture and face 5-3 Livingston Academy. The reigning champs take on a district opponent in Livingston Academy, which, if Macon County is not careful, it could be a trap game, and Livingston could get hot and take that game.
Yeah, y'all said Livingston Academy's cheeseburgers weren't really that good, so hope they play good tonight. Next, we got 5-3 Jackson Southside versus 6-2 Dyer County. It's another district matchup between two really good teams with another playoff spot on the line.
Yeah, let's go over last game's results for both teams. Upperman traveled to York Institute and killed them, 49-6. The Bees dominated from start to finish. York really never had a chance in that game. And then White County hosted DeKalb County and won 31-7. White County's running game was just too much for DeKalb, and they had 324 yards rushing.
Yeah, let's go over last year's game results. The last time these two teams face off, Upperman beat White County 41-7. Upperman started scoring early, and White County couldn't keep up. And this year, White County is coming in here at 7-1. Their coach, they've got a new coach, and they're 7-1. And to be even in the conversation for Region 4 4A winners, Upperman has ruled this region for
Yeah.
the last 4 to 5 years, and it's a very proud accomplishment to be in the conversation.
Yeah, this is a huge game. Some storylines to watch. One of mine is going to be which team's rushing attack is more dominant. Both teams rely on their running backs and their running game. Really, which other team has a better rushing attack in this game will probably win the game.
Yeah, mine's going to be which leader has the better game. You have Bronson Chaffin for Upperman and Cole Sims for White County. They're going to be looking at him a ton tonight. Upperman's going to be looking at Bronson, and White County is going to be looking at Cole Sims. Cole Sims has 300 carries this season.
Jeez.
I mean, he's averaging the ball 30 times a game.
Yeah.
And, if Upperman can stop that, it's going to be a blowout, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And the same thing the other way.
I agree.
If White County stops Bronson, it's going to be a very bad game for Upperman.
I agree with that. Some mech factors. Mine is going to be Tucker Pinion, the White County quarterback. He's a brother of Trip Pinion, former White County quarterback. So really, I think White County is going to come out here and try to establish a running game. They've done it every game this season, and it's been successful. But I think Upperman's going to load the box early, and I think they'll be good with stopping that White County running game. So I think White County's going to have to rely on Tucker Pinion to pass the ball, and he's really the X factor in this game. If he don't have it going on the passing game, then White County could be in trouble.
Yeah, mine's going to be Cole Sims, the White County running back. Like I said, they've been giving him the ball 30 times a game. And, with the loss of Trip Pinion, they have Tucker Pinion coming in, but I'm not really that confident in what he can do. He's looked good this season, but he hasn't really faced a defense like Upperman's.
Right.
And I'm not really confident in it, so I feel like they're going to try to get the run game. We did talk to the tight end Colton Johnson for Upperman, and he said that he's very confident that they can stop the run this week.
Yeah, let's go over our bold predictions. Mine's going to be that Upperman actually does stop White County's running game, and they roll from there. I think Upperman can, and I think that they will stop the rushing attack. And then my X factor, Tucker Pinion, if he can get it going, but he's a little unproven. I don't think he can, and I think Upperman's just going to roll after that.
Yeah, mine's going to be Elijah Fitz has over 100 yards receiving. We have talked about the run game for both teams, but Elijah Fitz, he has been a key player for Upperman all season. And, I feel like Elijah Fitz, he's going to have a lot of one-on-ones. And, we've seen Upperman throw the ball a lot these past couple weeks, and I feel like Elijah Fitz has a big game tonight.
Yeah, let's go over our score prediction real quick. Mine's going to be Upperman 42 to White County 21. Now, I really think this game is going to be really close at halftime. Both teams are really good, but I think Upperman comes out of the second half just guns a-blazing, letting Bronson Chaffin use his 3-star arm, and I don't think White County can keep up after that.
Yeah, mine's going to be White County 17, Upperman 31. I feel like Upperman is going to be a close game through the first 3 quarters.
Yeah.
And I feel like Upperman's going to take a 1-score lead into the 4th quarter, and I feel like they're going to stop the run, and I feel like Upperman's going to get another touchdown and seal the game. I'm liking Upperman 31-17.
Yeah, I like that. It's shaking up to be a fantastic night of high school football. Thank you for joining us on the pregame show. Kickoff is just minutes away. Now we'll send it down to Bryson and Josiah for the call of the game.
Welcome to the UHS Hive. I am Josiah Nichols, and I have
Bryson Reed.
We're back at Billy C. Rogers for our first home game in a long time. Bryson, are you excited for it?
Yes, I'm pumped. It's not only our first home game in a long time, but it's expected to be our first good game in a long time.
Absolutely.
Upperman, they've just been rolling on all cylinders since the Beach loss, and they've lost to two really good teams. The Warriors have a better record. They're 7-1, and the Bees are 6-2, but you know, they've played the Titans and the Chiefs, it seemed like, on this schedule this week, or this year, so.
Yeah, Beach was a huge football team, and that was Upperman's biggest loss of the season, and then we lost to Greenville at Greenville in what was a really close game, a really good game. But this game tonight, it's not a walk in the park. We're going against a 7-1 football team here, Bryson. 3-0 in district play. White County, they have wins over Macon County, Livingston, and DeKalb County. 7 straight wins, and they're ranked 65th in Tennessee football.
Yeah, like you said, they had a hard opening loss against Saudi Daisy, lost by 1 point, and White County, they were kind of shook up. They got a new head coach and everything, but
Absolutely.
They've bounced back. Mm-hmm. Like you said, 7 straight wins, and that's just fantastic, and they're really building a culture up there.
Absolutely, Bryson. They've got a first-year head coach, David Foster. He had worked there for a long time as a defensive coordinator, came in, and now 7-1, Bryson. They're going to be a really competitive football team in 4A, and this game tonight has a lot on the line, speaking for the playoffs, and more than that, just for bragging rights and what is a big rivalry game. And the lights are going down here in Baxter, Tennessee. Man, Bryson, it's good to be back in Billy C. Rogers.
It really is, man. Traveling all over the place, it seems like. Seems like we've been out of state. We went so far, 2 hours driving.
Absolutely.
Greenville.
Yeah.
And the players are walking out. A lot of people are loud. I know the last 2 home games we had, someone, I don't know who it is, was brought a really loud horn. And I hear it again. So I'm expecting if the Bees to score, it's going to be really loud.
You know, the Bees want to come out and fight. We heard Coach Kane before the game, I want to kill him. It's one of these football games. 2 4A powerhouses going at it. It's going to be an electric night in Tennessee football. Bryson, let's take a second to go over White County's roster. Cole Sims, the running back, 162 rushing yards a game and 13 total touchdowns this season. He's a baller, man.
Yeah, like you said, running back, he's probably one of the best running backs in Tennessee right now, yards-wise and everything, but I don't want to look over their secondary. Their corner, Eli Smith, leads the team in tackles with about 9 a game, and he also has 4 interceptions. And they have a freshman that has 3 interceptions on the season. For a freshman?
Yeah,
that's
freshman.
insane.
That guy was in 8th grade last year, and he's coming in and playing against huge guys. The transition from high school to middle school is a big leap. And if he's coming out and producing at such a young age, that guy, he's going to be a player and maybe the next level after that. But I'd like to talk about their quarterback a little bit, Bryson. Last year, they had Trip Pinion, and he was a baller, man. He was a Mr. Tennessee semifinalist. I'm not sure if he was a finalist, but Trip Pinion, he was a baller. And now they've got his younger brother, Tucker Pinion, who has 8 passing touchdowns and 475 passing yards. He's a really good dual-threat quarterback.
Yeah, I feel like White County's more of a rushing the ball team. Their leading receiver, Bryson Hogg, he's pretty good, but Upperman, they faced some people committed to Clemson and Tennessee, like Shavar Young, for example, Zayden Anderson. Yeah. So Bryson Hogg, he's really good. He averages 26 yards a game. Mm-hmm. He's had 4 touchdowns this season, so don't sleep on him, but I feel like it's going to be more of a rushing attack from the Warriors tonight. Cole Sims, absolutely amazing.
And White County is coming into this game 7 straight wins. 7. So they're a very good football team. Upperman cannot look over them. White County's going to want to come in here and get off to a fast start to put pressure on the Bees. But what can the Bees do, Bryson, to put this game away and get the home fans into it?
Well, I feel like Carmine's going to have a big game, but I also think they're going to have to pass the ball. But what surprised me is the Warriors. They have 2 players with 5 stacks, Hunter Broyles and Lex Winfrey. They're going to have to protect Bronson. I know he's a Georgia State commit, but his receivers are great. He has chemistry with all of them. Gunnar Block, Colton Johnson, Fitz. It's just amazing, but they're definitely going to have to protect him in the pocket and give him some time to make these plays.
No, absolutely. I agree with everything you just said, Bryson. And I'd like to take the attention to go over the captains for the game. 36, Walter Kane. Number 8, Bronston Chaffin. And number 6, Carmine Phillips. And for the visiting Warriors, number 15, number 24, number 55, and number 54. Hunter Lee Broyles, the senior defensive end, captain for the Warriors. Sean Gomez, the senior offensive tackle. Number 15, Cole Sims, the running back. And number 24, Carter Rich were the captains for the Warriors. And Bryson, I really like this defensive end for White County. Number 55, I really like him. He has 5 sacks this year. And, I mean, he's going to try to go after Upperman. Number 54, Hunter Lee Broyles.
White County, I mean, Cole Sims, he's been amazing. Like we've already talked about him a couple times already. But their defense, they played amazing. I mean, they've held some really good teams to really low-scoring games. And that's kind of what they do. They keep it low-scoring, and in the second half, they just run the ball down their throat. I mean, Cole Sims seems like he gets about 100 yards a carry. I mean, every single highlight I see seems like he has the ball.
Yeah. And, I mean, we went on Max Press before the game to get the rosters for White County, and Hunter Lee Broyles was the only one who had his profile picture on it, which means I think this kid's trying to get recruited by some colleges. I mean, usually when people put their profile pictures on that kind of stuff, they want to put their name out there. And, I mean, he has 5 sacks going into this game, Bryson, and that's 2 more than Tate Horath, for reference. So Hunter Lee Broyles, I'd look out for number 54 tonight for White County. And the Bees just came out. And Bryson, the fans are eager to get back to watch their team play here at Billy C. Rogers.
Yes, I mean, we are too. Like I talked about earlier, I'm hoping this is a good game. I'm hoping the Bees win, of course, but I'm hoping this is a good game. The Stone game, the Cab game, the recent games, York, I mean, they were just absolute blowouts. And we're hoping for a good game, and I feel like that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by either team. Absolutely
not, Bryson. I think it's going to be a very competitive football game. So let's go over our score prediction just right before the game.
I'm going to go with the Bees 42-35. I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair, and I think the Bees are going to come out on top. I think Bronson is going to have kind of a 2-minute drill that we haven't seen lately by him because we've just been up by so many points. I feel like he's going to have a 2-minute drill, and he's going to show Georgia State why they gave him an offer.
I mean, the Bees are going to score a lot of points. It's just inevitable for teams that play against them. They're going to score 28 points or more. I think it's 42-21. I think White County scores 3 touchdowns, but I think it's a little bit of a closer game than we're used to. I would say White County is the 3rd best team Upperman's going to have to play this year. Number 5, JoJo Dowell, the junior, set to receive. And let's see who the Bees bring out for kicking. It looks like it's going to be Roberts. And sometimes when Roberts go out to kick, it's an onside. However, I don't think he's going to onside it here, Bryson. He's more of the accurate kicker while Shea is the power kicker. But if the Bees came out on onside right off the gate, it'd be a bold move by Kane. It's going to be a high flyer fielded by the Warriors at the 35-yard line, called a fair catch. And Pinion, number 3, will bring out his team, the junior quarterback, younger brother of Tripp, trying to get the Warriors out early.
Pretty good kick coverage right there, forcing him to just call a fair catch right as the ball got to him.
Absolutely, Bryson. And look, number 15 is going to get the ball a whole lot tonight. Cole Sims, 162 rushing yards a game. Pinion, they're going to start the drive in a shotgun set. Takes a snap. It's off to Sims. Hit the line of scrimmage. A swarm of Bees bring him down on the first play of the game. And the Bees bring him down.
And that's all Andrew Bohan right there. I mean, he's not the biggest, but he just laid out like 3 White County players.
He penetrated super well there. Got in the backfield before the running back got to the line of scrimmage, and no gain on the play, 2nd down and 10.
And I think Bohan's one of the players who doesn't get as much respect as the other players on the Bees team. I mean, he's just amazing on defense.
Pinion, motion man across to left tackle, takes a snap. It's a big run to Sims, and Sims gets a big gap. I mean, that initial burst, Bryson, got super far, super quick.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we expect from him. You know, I mean, the Bees can try to contain him, but he's one of those players you have to game plan to contain and not stop fully. You know, he kind of reminds me of Carmine. I mean, they're both fantastic players. Carmine's a little quicker than he is, and he's a little bit bigger. But, you know, you're not going to be able to stop him. So the Bees are definitely going to have to contain him. And Colton Johnson, I mean, he's one of those players I believe can do that.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pinion, another motion man to the left side of the offensive line, takes the snap. Handed off to Sims. Sims gets wrestled down. Not a huge gain there. Colton Johnson, Kobe Justice, and on the tackle there. 2 of Upperman's better defensive players. And that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 8.
The Bees' defense has kind of struggled against run-first teams. You know, Greenville, and I would say Beach is pretty much a run-first team. Now, some run-first teams that just don't have a good running back core and offensive line, I mean, they just manhandle them. But a team like White County, they're going to run the ball nearly every down, it looks like. And they're definitely showing their game plan so far. They're not hiding away from it at all. They want to run the ball down Upperman's throat.
Absolutely, Bryson, and they've got a running back to be able to do that. They've got a man behind left tackle. 5, JoJo Dowell goes behind, and Pinion's going to keep it for himself. A little pitch out. What a risky call there for White County, but it ends up working. See where they spot the ball. Pinion rolled out to the left and tossed it out on a trick play, Bryson.
Yeah, I mean, that was a fantastic play call right there. You know, first-year head coach. But that looked like, you know, a veteran play call right there.
Absolutely.
And he has the players to do it. You know, some players don't. I mean, some teams don't have the players to do that. But, I mean, last week, or 2 weeks ago, excuse me, we had a bye week last week, but 2 weeks ago, York came out and scored on the first drive of the game. And they dropped a lot of trick plays. So maybe the Warriors have been looking at some of those defensive schemes.
And that's what you got to do against the Bees, Bryson. Pinion. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, man behind right tackle. A high snap, but Pinion's going to keep it. Will he toss it? No, he wasn't going to keep it. Swarm of Bees bring him down. Gain of 2 or 3 on the play. Colton Johnson in on the stop, the leading tackler for the Bees.
That was pretty good coverage right there, and that's the same type of play that they ran just a play ago, just to the opposite side. And I kind of like that formation because they have some tight ends that are really big, and they move around a lot, and they can block really well.
Absolutely, Bryson. And if teams that can't run the ball on the Bees, they have to go to the outside. That's their option. And looks like Sparta's trying to do that here with some end arounds and some sweeps. Pinion. Got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Man behind left tackle. Motion man, it's Dowell. Hands it off. No, he keeps it for himself. And a swarm of Bees bring him down once again. Number 58, Bohan in on the stop.
That's just really good right there. I mean, Bohan, that's 2 plays that he's completely disrupted just by himself. You know, him and Colton and even Jude, they're going to have to make a lot of plays against this run-first offense tonight. And I expect them to. You know, they got a lot to prove. They got a lot on the line, especially if they want to go far in the playoffs. They cannot show the teams they're going to face next how to beat them. I mean, running might be the easiest thing to do in football. You know, it's the simplest, definitely. You just got to run the ball up the middle or to the side. And if they can't stop that, they're going to have a lot of trouble. But they're doing great so far.
Absolutely, Bryson. It's going to bring down a 3rd down and 6. 2 motion men across the right side. Pinion. Oh, it's a terrible snap. He's going to recover it. Play whistle dead. False start on Sparta, so it's going to bring down a 3rd down and 11. Bryson, they might have got a little lucky there.
Yeah, that's one of those plays in football where you call it saved by the bell. You know, it was going to be a delay game, and they snapped it about quarter second too late. I mean, that was going to be about 15, 20-yard loss right there. The ball went straight over his head. And Pinion's not the biggest, so you might see that a couple times. Seeing at 5'10". Kind of one of the smaller quarterbacks we've seen.
And if they wouldn't have caught a penalty there, I mean, the Bees were in the backfield, and they would have been sacked. So maybe the Warriors catch a little bit of a break, but it's a 3rd down and 11. Upperman, they've got 4 backers in. They're going to bring Colton Johnson for a blitz, but Pinion makes it good, and the ball is out! Kobe Justice recovers, and it's Bees football!
That's just a heck of a play right there, man. That's a big game-changing play right there. Colton Johnson, that was just amazing. I mean,
that ball went so high in the air, and Kobe Justice came in and recovered the football. It's Bees football, and they've got a whole lot of momentum now.
Seems like it's been a couple games since we called Justice his name, but he's a fantastic player. And I don't know. I don't think he's been playing bad. You know, sometimes in football, if you don't call someone's name, that means they're doing good, especially on defense. And with a big fumble recovery right there, give the ball to your star quarterback and let him make some plays.
Chaffin, shotgun formation, a bunch set to the right. Keeps it for himself, and he's got a good gain. Finally wrestled down there after a solid gain on first down, and that's what me and Bryson call the Bronson special. Yeah. Every first down play, they try to get 4 or 5 yards at least, and right there they get a first down.
And that's one of the things that the Bees can do better than the Warriors. You know, Carmine and Sims, they're about on the same level, I would say. I would say Carmine's a little bit better. He's a little bit faster. But Bronson, he can run the ball a lot better than Pinion can.
Absolutely, Bryson. And look at number 23, Colton Johnson, here on this play, lined up as a receiver. Chaffin. He's going to throw the ball, rolling out. And they've got Porath. And Porath's got a good gain. It's going to be a first down. Bees, and the Bees are moving down the field quickly, Bryson.
Yeah, and he just did a great job getting open right there. It looked like kind of zone coverage by the Warriors, and Carmine came over, picked him up, congratulated him, because I think that's one of those plays where we've seen it a couple times. Porath, he just gets open in the zone. I mean, he knows how to float it to the outside, and he can catch really well for his size. I mean, some of those very long, lengthy guys, they can't catch the ball very well, but Tate, he's not one of them. He got great hands.
And, I mean, he contributes on the defensive side of the ball, too. Has 3 sacks this year. One of Upperman's premier pass rushers. Chaffin. Man behind left tackle. He's going to pass. It's a little bit of ahead of Elijah Fitz, and that could have been dangerous, but Fitz made a good play to block it out of harm's way, and it's going to be second down and 10, Bryson.
You don't see that a lot between the quarterback and receiver duo. Bronson and Fitz, that's probably one of the best duos in Tennessee, in my opinion. I mean, you never see that. I mean, every throw that he delivers to Fitz seems like just a perfect connection, drops it right in the bucket. That was a little off right there, but I don't expect to see much of that tonight. Maybe it's getting colder, so maybe the ball coming out of Bronson's hands, got to get used to a little bit more. But he's a veteran. He's going to pick it up, I'm sure.
3 receivers to the left. Carmine Phillips is lined up as a receiver, and he's a dual threat. And Bronson's going to fake the screen and run it up, but not a great gain there. But he's still going. It looked like he was wrestled down for maybe a 2-yard gain. But the freight train keeps going and gets more yardage there.
That's one of those plays where Bronson just makes you go, wow. I mean, he gets stuffed right in the middle after a 2-yard gain. I mean, yards after contact is just insane for him. And it's usually not him even outrunning the defense. He's just trucking all over him, and he reached for the first down right there, moving the chains. That's one of the things he does the best, in my opinion. I mean, he can break tackles. Quarterbacks, they usually cannot break tackles like that, but Bronson, he's just bigger than everyone else in high school, man. He's just huge.
Absolutely, and that's what separates him from competition in high school football. The mix of athleticism, size, speed, accuracy. He's got the whole package. Chaffin. He's going to throw it. Looking downfield. It's thrown to Carmine. Did he bring it down? They're going to call it a catch. And the Bees are knocking on the door of scoring the first touchdown of the game. They're at about the 2-yard line.
Again, that's just the chemistry Bronson has with his receivers. Carmine, that was a great route. But the corner, he wasn't playing bad at all.
No.
I mean, he stuffed him right there. He got a really good jam on him, but Bronson just waited. He stared him down, waited for him to get open, delivers a dart right in the middle, and all Carmine has to do is catch it and go down. And they're on the 3 or on the 1-yard line.
The 1-yard line. So a little bit closer than I thought.
I feel like the Bronson special's coming right here, Josiah.
He might get his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. 29th total, I believe. And here it goes. And he's in. Number 8-4-6 as the Bees jump out to an early 6-0 lead. Extra point incoming.
The Bees sometimes have struggled in the first quarter. I mean, against York, they were losing most of the first quarter, but now they get a turnover, and Bronson capitalizes. Carmine, that was great. They didn't run the ball many times, and if they ran it, it was with Bronson. So kind of a mix with Bronson running and throwing this drive, and it really worked out. And the Warriors' defense, they're not bad at all. They're holding teams to, I mean, really short. But
absolutely, Bryson. Kick up.
Austin Roberts.
Kick good. 7. 0 is the score here at Billy C. Rogers as the Bees lead the Warriors.
Warriors 0.
Bryson, what can White County do to come and respond? I feel like the story for the Bees, they get these leads, and the team just can't dig themselves out of the hole once they get in the hole.
Yeah.
And White County's in a little bit of a hole right now. I mean, you fumbled the ball. Now the Bees have all the momentum. What can White County do to change that trend?
Well, I still don't think they had a bad drive at all. I mean, Pinion did great. Sims did great. I feel like they just stick to the game plan. You can't shake in your boots right now. You got to stick to the game plan just because you're down 7. It's the first quarter. It's very early. Still 5 minutes left in the first quarter. I mean, they're both great teams, but I don't expect them just because they have a first-year head coach and just because they're not down a lot in these games. I think they can respond. I mean, they're 7-1. They're on a 7-game winning streak, so they have all the momentum they need. And I feel like they're just going to have to run the ball, stick to the game plan.
I mean, the teams that have beaten Upperman, they played their brand of football, not Upperman's brand of football. Beach played their football. Greenville played their football. You got to play your own football. You can't change who you are to beat a football team. You got to play complementary football in all 3 phases. And if White County wants to win this game, that's what they're going to have to do. Fielded. Dowell, it's going to hit him. He wasn't planning on recovering it, but Dowell's elusive when he's in the open field. Makes a couple men miss, but looked like Dowell was just going to let that go. Didn't realize it, but the ball hit him, and then he had to field it.
Now, Upperman, early in the season, they struggled on special teams, but Roberts, that was a really good kick. And the coverage is just right at him. I mean, if he would have caught that, Barlow would have been there just right as he caught it. So Barlow, that's twice now that he's been just right on the receiver, or returner, excuse me.
And the Warriors don't have particularly great field position, Bryson. It's a 21-yard line.
Especially for high school ball, man. You expect to get the ball 35, 40-yard line about every time.
Pinion. Does he hand it off? He does. It's Sims. The cowbell gets a couple yards there. Bryson, they love handing the ball off to him.
They really do, but that's Tate Porath right there. Coming off the left side, playing a kind of nickel package right here, and he blitzes. And even though it's up the middle, Tate's fast enough. He just grabbed his feet, and he got about a 3-yard gain.
After the play, it's 2nd and 7.
They're going to give him a gain of 4 there, so a pretty good gain on first down for the Warriors. They're going to need every yard they can get in a game like this. Pinion. He hands it off to Sims. Sims is tackled by a swarm of bees. And I believe he might have lost yardage there. Jude Fitzpatrick, Elijah Fitz, Lucas Bohan all in on the stop.
The energy by this Bees defense, they're bringing it, man.
Absolutely, Bryson. I mean,
After the play,
Justice is playing amazing, in my opinion. He's just getting in the hole every time.
Bees fans love to come watch their team play and support the community. And it's been a long time since they've been back. But, man, when they're here, you know it. 3rd down and 6 at the 25-yard line. 3 minutes and 37 seconds remain in the first quarter of play. Pinion takes a snap. He's going to throw the ball. He's looking. Doesn't have a man open. Can he make a play? But no, the Bees get him. However, I believe there might be a defensive penalty on the Bees. See what they call. It could be a holding.
Yeah, I feel like that might be offensive holding.
Holding. Offense.
flag on the play.
I didn't know if it could be a personal foul. I thought it might be holding, and it was holding on the Warriors, and the Warriors going to have to punt now, Bryson.
Yeah, of course, they're going to decline that penalty. And Bohan right there, again, just making another play. I mean, Alvarez, he's playing great. Tarver, he's playing great. Everyone's playing great for this defensive, especially front line right there. And Colton Johnson, Juice Fitzpatrick, they're getting in there too. Run-stuffing linebackers. I mean, that's what Upperman seems to build and seems to like. Their linebackers don't drop in coverage that much. Usually rush the passer along with Tate.
Carmine Phillips set to receive. JoJo Dowell on the punt. Dowell, that's a pretty nice kick there. It's going to take a Warriors bounce. Going to get to about the 48-yard line of Upperman's territory. And that's where your Upperman Bees will start their second drive of the football game in pretty good field position. Bryson, last year's game had a lot on the line. I mean, it was Bronson Chaffin versus Trip Pinion, two of the best quarterbacks in 4A, maybe not even 4A, in Tennessee football. And this year, you've got Tucker Pinion, a solid quarterback, not Trip Pinion. But this matchup still feels like a really good rivalry matchup. Chaffin, trip receiver to the right, takes the ball. Gonna roll out to the left. He's got a blocker. And gonna get about 4. The Bronson special once again on first down.
Yeah, I didn't expect anything different, but I feel like Carmine's going to get more involved this drive, especially if Bronson. I mean, one of the best things about Bronson's underrated. You can look at his speed, his athleticism, his throwing, his rushing, but he just gets his players like Carmine, like Jude, like Jack, the running backs mainly, to just have easy down and distance. I mean, 2nd and 6, if you run the ball here, you can run the ball 3 times in high school football and get 6 yards. Pretty easy because Bronson just gets 4 yards every time.
The Warriors' base defense is a 4-3, so the Bees have tried to find some ways to attack that formation. Chaffin, it's a handoff to Phillips. Phillips wrestled down. Number 11 get back there quickly.
Yeah, that's Eli Smith. That's their leading tackler. Like we talked about earlier, 9 tackles as a corner is just absolutely absurd.
9 is ridiculous.
That's for a corner. Leading, you expect corners to be smaller. Coaches purposely put them in positions to not have to make that many tackles. I mean, their only tackles are usually when they're sealing the edge or blitzing the quarterback. But this kid, Eli Smith, he's amazing. And the freshman on the other side, he's playing amazing too.
And the Bees face a 3rd down and 7, so White County. And, man, White County's band is amazing. They are loud, trying to get the Bees off the field. Chaffin. Elijah Fitz hit hard. Penalty could be on the offensive line. White County players are clapping.
Yeah, I feel like that was a false start right there on the left tackle. But Fitz, Bronson threw it, and Fitz didn't even see it first.
I didn't love the play call there, if that was the play call. But, that does get you 4 or 5 yards to make it a lot easier. It's going to be 3rd down and 12.
This is a pretty big down. You don't want to give White County the ball back, but I know Bronson, he can throw really well. So these 3rd down and longs, you don't really stress about it too much. I'm sure as long as the offensive line can just give him some time, I'm sure he can deliver the ball.
Chaffin, 2 receivers to each side. He's getting pressured, but he's going to get all that yardage back. Chaffin runs into him. Did he get the first down? See where they mark it.
I believe he did.
And he thinks he did, and he did. Bronson Chaffin, as soon as I saw the gap, he saw it too, and he ran through that quickly and got the first down, Bryson.
He's almost 6'5", so of course he can see about everything on the football field. He saw both linebackers drop back there, and they only blitzed 4, and they weren't really playing to contain. They were just all out blitzing off the edge. So that gap's going to open up in the middle. It seems like all night to me.
A man behind right tackle and 3 receivers to the right, but the end of the first quarter happens before they can get the play off. Bees 7, Warriors 0. Like to take a chance to thank J&S Construction for being our sponsor once again. Sponsored us the entire season, sponsoring us tonight. Cannot do it without the love and support for the community. J&S, I'd like to say thank you. They've been serving the community for a very, very long time. And building more than just buildings, building relationships. Bryson, what can White County do to slow down Chaffin?
We ask this question, it seems like every single game, because Upperman is just always in this position. And to be honest, I don't know. Every single game that I think Upperman might have a hard game against, I thought Stone was going to be a pretty rough game.
Yeah.
They're a pretty good team. And White County, this is a 7-1 football team, and Upperman's treating them like just a peewee football team right now. They're getting anything they want. Now, they've already took them to 2 third downs on offense, so that's pretty good. So I feel like they're going to have to get a stop, definitely, and then Sims or Pinion, one of the 2, is going to have to make a big play, because I don't know if it's a big play is going to be in the air tonight. I feel like it's going to be on the ground for them.
I feel like the best thing you can do is just keep them off the field. That's what Beach and Greenville did. They had these long bruising drives against the Bees to keep them off the field. Chaffin, 3 receivers to the right. He's going to roll out. He's looking downfield. He's got Johnson. He finds the gap. That was a heck of a throw, Bryson.
Yeah, and that's Coach Kane and Coach Ram right there drawing that up. I saw Coach Kane immediately came over to Bronson. I don't know what they said in the huddle, but whatever they said, it worked because that play, Bronson's really good at that. Rolling over to his right, so he's on his correct foot. He squares his shoulders. That's one thing that he didn't do fantastic his first 3 seasons. I mean, squaring his shoulders when he throws the ball, that's a big thing. You know, players like Josh Allen, they get criticized a lot because they didn't square their shoulders in their rookie seasons and everything, but Bronson, he's starting to do that really well. And him and Colton, that connection, it's really good.
Around a 33-yard gain there for the Bees. Chaffin hands it off to Phillips. And White County's going to bring him down. Not a good gain there for the senior running back. Going to bring down 2nd and goal.
Carmine's been struggling a little bit so far to get anything going, but he's more the Swiss Army knife, like we call him, about every game because he just finds a way to make a play. He lined up a receiver a couple times. He already had a big catch, but rushing the ball, he's been struggling a little bit, but I expect to get him going.
Gain of 1 on the last play for Phillips. So wonder if the Bees will try to throw the ball here, maybe get it to the perimeter for one of their speedy receivers. Gunner, we haven't called Gunner Block's name tonight yet, so
looks like about 8 players in the box right now for the Warriors.
And Chaffin's going to run it. White County plays pretty good defense, but Chaffin might have got in. Going to mark him short, I believe.
Chaffin on the carry up the middle.
They're pretty close.
Yeah, you think just here 2 runs, you're definitely not going to kick it. I mean, if White County wants to win this game, stops like these are definitely needed. You know,
absolutely.
Not only will it give them the ball back, but it's a big momentum change, big momentum shift. And these are the winning plays that winning teams make. And especially against the Bees, one of the top football teams, even in Tennessee, not even 4A. White County, they need this.
Chaffin, he's just going to run it up. Will he get his... And he's just going to jump over the line. If I'm correct, that's his 15th rushing touchdown on the season.
I believe that's his 30th total.
30th total. Yeah, 15 passing, 15 rushing. That's a stat line, guys.
Yeah, it's a heck of a stat line. I'll be just absolutely... I don't even want to call it amazed. It'll be absurd if he's not a Mr. Football finalist this year. He's just playing amazing.
Absolutely, Bryson. Now, you have seen the interceptions go a little bit up this year compared to the last couple of seasons for Chaffin, but the steps he's taken as a passer, I think he's got to be in consideration.
They're also throwing the ball a lot more this season.
Kick up. Kick good. 14-0. Bees in the lead.
Minutes and 11 seconds left in the quarter. Your score, Warriors 0, Bees 14.
Bryson, there was some news in Upperman Athletics this week and I guess last week. Ty Cobb committed to Liberty University. What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, he's a fantastic player. He's definitely one of the best players that's going to come out of Upperman. I feel like him and Bronston, they're neck and neck right now. Ty plays a completely different sport, though, and basketball, it's fun to watch, and especially Ty. He makes it even more fun to watch, so I'm happy for him and his family. He's a great kid.
Yeah. I mean,
he's going to go far.
He's a 4-star prospect. I mean, that is, you've got to be an elite athlete to be a 4-star prospect. And going to Liberty, the #1 mid-major basketball college in the United States. And they're a Baptist university, so, I mean, they're a really strong religious school. And it's a great school, Bryson, a great school. And I'm sure everyone's proud of him, and I hope he does well there. But for right now, we're set on Upperman football. Roberts. Nice kick there, fielded by number 4, Bryson Hogg. Hogg, he's fast. Gonna get the ball at about the 41.
Yeah, we called his name earlier because we were comparing him to some of the players that Upperman's faced. Shavar Young, Clemson commit. Zayden Anderson, Tennessee commit. And he's not one of those players, but he's definitely one of those small town players who is going to make a name for himself, I'm sure. I mean, he doesn't get that many yards a game. He averages 26 in the air. But right there, if he can make dynamic plays, that's the best play that White County's had all night, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So if he can be a dynamic on just kicking, receiving, whatever he does.
Pinion in the shotgun set. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Snap. It's to Sims. Sims hit behind the line of scrimmage. And he's not going to get 162 rushing yards tonight if he doesn't have anywhere to run, Bryson. Bees are all over him.
Playing great football so far, especially the defense for the Bees. Really surprised with them right now.
Warriors.
Pinion in the backfield by himself. Could be a QB run, could be a quick pass. We'll see. Upperman. I believe Upperman called the timeout, didn't like what they saw out there for their defense, so Coach Kane's going to get a second to talk to the players. We're going to take a quick timeout break. Quick timeout for the Bees. They'll have 2 left in this half of football here at Billy C. Rogers. And so far, so good for the Bees, right, Bryson?
Yeah, I mean, they're playing fantastic. I think this is definitely one of the first games where they've just came out swinging.
They've got an offensive lineman at the fullback position. That's number 58. They're going to hand it off to a different player, not number 58. Going to get maybe, what would you call it, 4 or 5?
Yeah, probably 4 or 5 yards there. I mean, that's one of those things that we kind of saw at York sometimes. Really big players in the backfield. And York, they kind of ran something that caught Upperman off guard. I mean, they had 2 players down. Like, I don't even know what to call it. I mean, they were basically, the quarterback and running back were down like they were playing offensive line. And they both, I mean, the ball could go to either one of them when the ball was snapped. And the Warriors, they're not doing that much trickery, but they're definitely drawing something up. And it looks like the same formation.
3rd down, 3 players behind the quarterback Pinion. Fumble the snap, tries to recover it, but the ball is out. Who recovers it? Looks like White County is going to be called 4th down. Pinion's had a little bit of trouble holding on to the ball tonight. 4th down Warriors, and looks like the punt team will come on.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was right there. I mean, it was kind of a high snap. This is the second high snap we've seen tonight. But Pinion, I mean, he caught it, but he just looked to his right. He ran a little bit, and I think he should have just went down because he knew, well, he should have known that they were not getting that first down. Liam Schaefer right there with the tackle. He almost got the fumble recovery, too.
Dowell set the punt. Phillips to receive. He's going to try to return it. Maybe not a good idea. Yep, not a good idea. Lost a couple there. Number 20 on the stop for the White County Warriors. It's Rick Foster, a freshman.
This Upperman O-line has played great so far, giving Bronson some time, especially when these longer, I mean, some of the Upperman plays, they kind of remind me of some NFL-type plays because they take pretty long to develop, but since you have Bronson, you have Colton, you have Fitz, you have all these players, I mean, it works for them. And Coach Kane, Coach Ram, probably one of the best just coaching duos. They love each other, have a great connection, and they know their players really well. They know their strengths, and they're hitting it off really good early here in Baxter.
Left side of the offensive line, they've got Colton Johnson behind it, and I think Jude Fitzpatrick, so it could be running to the left. And Phillips has got a big hole, and he's going to get a first down. That quick burst immediately got 10 yards, and then got a couple extra after that, Bryson.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he does. Like we said earlier, he struggled a little bit running the ball early in the first quarter, but you know he's going to pick it up. He's one of those players. You can't stop him at all for the whole game. And Carmine, I mean, that wasn't even that big of a hole either, but since he hits it so quick, since he's so fast, I mean, none of these White County players can catch him.
Yeah. He's a great player. Swiss Army knife for the Bees. Carmine Phillips, averaging about 85 rushing yards per game.
I expect to see something by Fitz or Gunner on this drive. We haven't called their name a lot tonight.
Chaffin, shotgun. It's a toss. It's Phillips. Phillips is so quick, and he gets about 8 or 9 there. I believe he was a little bit short.
Yeah, I'm sure at the quarter break, Coach Kane, Coach Ram, some of the other coaches talked it over, and they're like, we need to get one of our best players, one of our top 5 players, the ball some more, and let them get going, because the Bees, they're not nothing, but they're definitely not as good without Carmine. And when he's on his game, this is when they're one of the best teams in Tennessee. And if they want to compete for a championship, Carmine and Bronson, they're going to have to run the ball really well.
Chaffin takes the snap, fakes the toss, penalty. It's launched to Elijah Fitz behind him. If it's on the defense, it's a touchdown. If it's on the offense.
You see where Bronson threw that ball from? That was about a 65-yard throw right there. That was just amazing. I feel like it might come back, though. Thought it was holding, but I could be wrong. I know White County's definitely holding their breath here. They need a break.
Sideline warning on the Bees.
Sideline warning mid-play, so Bronson hitting a little celebration right there. That was a heck of a throw.
So the Bees score a touchdown, a big throw to Elijah Fitz. He was wide open, and the Bees jump out to a 20-0 lead here at Billy C. Rogers. 6 minutes and 23 seconds remain in the second quarter of play. Roberts, the junior, set the kick. Gunner block on the hold. Kick up.
Austin Roberts with
Good.
the kick.
21-0. Bees.
23 left in the half.
Well, I thought there was going to be a lot closer game than it is right now, especially since it's only the second quarter.
21.
But Upperman, I mean, there's nothing wrong with them blowing a team out. And it's starting to look like that. I didn't think Bronson was going to come out slinging the ball like this. I didn't think the O-line was going to give him time. 5 sacks. I mean, Tate Porath, he's leading the Bees with 3. And the Warriors have 2 players with 5. So I didn't think the protection was going to hold it for this long. And Bronson, even when someone's in his face, like then, threw about a 60-yard touchdown to Fitz. I mean, that's just spectacular. The chemistry right there, just amazing.
And that's Bronson Chaffin's 31st touchdown this year total, including passing and rushing. So that's insane. 31 touchdowns. But, I mean, the Warriors have to come out and respond here, Bryson. The Bees get the ball after halftime. They're already in a 21-0 hole, and we haven't seen much signs of life from their offense, and their defense looks a little confused out there against the Bees' offense, so it's a big drive here for White County.
Yeah, well, like you said, the Warriors, they need to come out and do something. The question is, can they? This defense, I mean, Bronson, Carmine, Fitz, Colton, everyone on offense has been showing up, but the defense is what's wowing me right now.
Shea, they're going to let Shea kick. Fielded, I believe it's Dowell. It is. Rolls out to the right. JoJo Dowell's a very good football player. Gets to about the 45-yard line. And now it might be a tough night for White County football, but their band is good, Bryson. Their band is really, really good.
Yeah, you can hear from here. It's amazing. Some of these opposing bands we've talked about haven't been the best, but White County, that's something they do very well.
Their
you
band,
talked about that earlier in the season, didn't you? You said White County.
I said I was very excited because of their band.
Yeah. Not because they're a football team, just because of their band.
Their band is very good. And I don't even know anything about music, but I like their band.
Very good. They're gonna quiet down a little bit though because they're down 21.
Pinion, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Motion man's Dowell. And these snaps are not good, Bryson.
Yeah, they're really not.
Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. I mean, he's having to jump out to get the snap and then hand it off, which automatically puts you at a disadvantage.
Yeah, Pinion's, he's having to play receiver as the quarterback. He's having to worry about catching the ball one-handed pre-snap, then get it to a star running back, and it's not really working. The O-line not really holding up very well, and especially the center. These snaps have not been amazing. Kind of surprising. I feel like a 7-1 team wouldn't have just simple struggles like this. But Upperman,
I mean, it's just simple mistakes they can clean up.
Yeah. Upperman, maybe they're super intimidating. They look like it.
Pinion, motion man, Dowell. Another high snap. Sims, Upperman Bees bring him down for maybe a gain of 2. Third down incoming, and the Bees have got off every single time on third down, so see if that trend continues here.
Yeah, well, everyone early this week talked about this super rushing attack and this very strong rushing attack, and honestly, I agreed looking at the stats and looking at some film on them. But right now, I'm not seeing it, Josiah. I'm really not. I mean, Upperman, they're outplaying them on literally everything. I can't name one position besides maybe returner. Dowell, he's playing amazing. He may be outplaying Carmine returning-wise, but
And
everything
Pinion
else.
sorry to cut you off. Pinion is in the backfield by himself. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 2 to the right. Porath tries to get pressure. Can he find the gap? He can't. He was looking for Hogg. Couldn't connect. 4th down and 8, Bryson. Would they go for it? Doesn't look like they will. Looks like the punt team will come out, and the Bees have plenty of time to get to a 28-0 lead before halftime.
Yeah, Porath off the edge. I mean, I cannot imagine having to block him. He's super quick, but he's also super strong, super lengthy. He's had some batted balls this season as well. He's one of the top players for this Bees defense, and offensively, he's just amazing. He's one of the standout players. Like we said, we talked about how big of a jump. If they had a most improved player in football, in high school football, he'd be one of them.
Dowell gets the punt. Fair catch by Phillips. Fields it at about the 25-yard line, and that's where the Bees will start their next drive.
After the punt, it's 1st and 10.
Chaffin, 31 touchdowns on the season, 3 tonight, 1 passing, 2 rushing. So,
Will this be the 3rd straight running clock for the Bees?
sure looking like it, Bryson. Sure looking like it.
Didn't expect it, man. I thought this was going to be a super close game, and it's not over. It's only the 2nd quarter. But White County, they're a great team, but they don't look 7-1 right now. Maybe they haven't played teams like Upperman. I mean, I know they played Warren County.
I think it helps Upperman had a bye.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
2 weeks to prepare. Chaffin. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Phillips on his left hip. He's looking. He's got block. What a route. It's going to move the chain for a 1st down. Bees.
And that's a Gentry Power Equipment 1st and 10. Bees.
That's a great route right there, like you said. Bronson just really good at faking, too. I figured he was going to roll out to his right like he normally does. He kind of did. Took about 2 steps to his right and delivered a dot. That was one of those, looks like a screen slant type option play where Bronson can throw either one of them. Or run, of course.
Chaffin. Fitzpatrick's behind the right tackle. Chaffin's looking. He's got pressure, but he's still going to make a great play. Looks like Chaffin got pushed after the play a little bit. Upperman fans were not happy about that. 1st down for the Bees on the 50-yard line.
Bronson's got some swagger out there. I mean, he got up just looking at these players like, why are they doing this? Well, I mean, why is the extracurricular a thing right now? You're down 21.
Chaffin not going to have a running back. Porath is behind left tackle. Fakes the sweep to Phillips. Bounces out to the right. Not a huge gain there, but a gain, maybe 3.
Little Bronson special action right there. About 5th time we saw it. And these plays are really simple so far. We've seen some deep routes, some deep shots by Bronson, but him and Coach Kane, I think they realize that this D-line and these linebackers, they can't really stop. I mean, I don't know if necessarily, I haven't thought about it like this. I don't know if the corner leading the team in tackles is a good thing. I'm not too sure.
You want your linebackers to have the most tackles, usually.
Really surprised me, but maybe look a little deeper into that.
2 guys behind left tackle. Hands it off to Phillips.
I thought that was a face mask. I thought he got pulled by his head right there. No flag on the field, though.
It's going to be a 3rd down for the Bees. White County's got to get off the field here.
It's 3rd and 6. Bees.
3rd down and 6. So not the longest, but still a decent gain for the Bees. Chaffin, man behind each of the tackles, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. It's a quick to block.
I think Block's going to pick up the first down on that little curl route. Carmine a little bit shook up. He came off the field for that play, but Jack came in for him, ran a pretty good route, but Carmine's back in there. Maybe a cramp. It's getting colder.
It is. And me and Bryson are both in T-shirt and shorts.
Yeah.
But
very true, Josiah.
Honestly, it's not that cold.
No, it's really not. When you're announcers like us, man.
Yeah.
The cold is nothing.
Chaffin, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Porath behind left tackle. He's going to roll out. He's going. Solid gain for Chaffin. See where they mark it. It's going to be marked a second down.
Brings up second.
Yeah, I mean, Bronson, every single time he's ran the ball, he's getting at least 4 or 5 yards. So I feel like they're just going to stick to it, and this probably will be the last. Well, I'm expecting the Bees to take the time down enough that White County can't have a stable drive before halftime.
Clock is stopped at 1 minute and 47 seconds.
You guys gotta give him room on him.
Chaffin, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the running back. Toss to Phillips. Penalty.
I think they're going to call a hold right there, either on Colton or Fitz. I couldn't tell. Looked like pretty good blocking right there, but
Blocking the back on the Bees.
Didn't see that, but the Upperman Bees haven't had that many flags this game. They've done great. I don't think they had 1. So playing pretty clean football right now. 10-yard penalty, though. So that's pretty big. White County, they might be able to get them off the field here. Maybe, just maybe, they'll have a little bit of time left for a decent drive, trying to score before halftime, because this egg on the board is not too good.
Second down and 13 from the 40-yard line. So this is going to be White County's best chance to get off the field defensively here. Chaffin, he's going to throw. He's looking downfield. Elijah Fitz, did he catch it? He did! Touchdown, Bees. Bronson's 4th of the night. Elijah Fitz 2nd of the night. And the Bees are up 27-0.
That's the chemistry that I talked about earlier. Him and Fitz, they've been friends since about middle school. And, I mean, this is just insane. I mean, Fitz, that's just a simple route. I mean, that's just a go ball. And Bronson knows just where to put it. Fitz, he's really comfortable catching over-the-shoulder balls and balls that he has to catch with his body and not his hands.
If he makes the kick 28-0, 2 points away from a running clock, and we're not even at halftime yet. Crazy to think about. Kick is good. 28-0, Bryce.
I did not expect this. I don't know.
Still a lot of football left to play.
Well, White County's band's already coming out on the field
29 seconds
to
left.
If they're
perform.
performing halftime, I'm gonna be their biggest fan.
Yeah, I'm going to be right up on the field. I'm going to be on the sideline even.
I might rush the field
Yeah. Most exciting thing that might happen all night, I'm not going to lie.
for White County. But the
Yeah.
Bees winning would be great.
Well, looking like they're going to, as long as I can hold on.
Yeah.
And all the small things is coming on right now, so this is just perfect, you know.
I'd like to thank JNS Construction again, Bryson. They've sponsored us all season, sponsored us again tonight. I'd like to thank everyone for watching at home. People who tune in every single Friday night to come listen to us. Thank you for the support and all the love.
And thank you for the Bees for delivering this blowout here
you.
on Friday night in Baxter.
Props to Coach Kane.
We need to talk about the coaching staff some more because I'm not going to lie, this is really good. I haven't seen one bad play call that I disagree with. It's kind of surprising, unlike Sean Payton.
Roberts. It's a high kick, recovered by 15 Sims. He drops it. He stepped out at about the 31-yard line.
He saw Kobe Justice, and he just wanted to take that out of bounds. He was going to get lit up there. And they got about a minute 24. I don't know how conservative they're going to be here. I feel like they're going to have to. They're going to have to try to do something. Yeah, they're going to take some shots, which is kind of rough because the defensive line. I mean, they played great so far, but that's kind of their weakness. I feel like the secondary is a lot better. You got Fitz there, you got Gunner there, you got Carmine there, sophomore Liam Schaefer there. So the secondary is probably one of the best. I mean, one of the best position groups on the team.
And they really like this current set they're in. An offensive lineman and 2 running backs behind them. It's a very interesting formation. Pinion hands it off. I think it's Sims, but Upperman Bees bring him down. Kind of surprised they're not throwing the ball, Bryson.
Yeah, me too. I guess they're going to go the conservative route and just give it to Sims.
After the play, it's second
Maybe giving him some more rushing yards because he's not doing too hot this game.
4 yards on the game there. So they've got to go the entire length of the field to score a ball.
They really do.
Score a touchdown. Score a touchdown, not a ball.
Well, they'll get the ball off the board because there's a 0 right there. So they're going to have to score or else
Thank you for
I'm going to be a little bit upset.
Pinion. It's a handoff again. This time it's a lot better. Still, I think, a little short. He had a big opening gap, but the Bees came in and penetrated very well.
Yeah, one of the best rushes all night, about 5-yard gain. So White County, they're getting a little bit of something going here. Unfortunately, there's about 21 seconds left in the half. So
the clock is running. Surprised they weren't more aggressive than what they've decided to do because they're not going to have enough time to. 10 seconds and counting. It's going to be the last play before halftime. It's a handoff to number 5, Dowell. Dowell's got a solid gap.
Yeah, you give it to him because he's really explosive, but still, it's going to be the last play of the half. And the Bees are up 28-0. This is stunning to me, Josiah.
I was not expecting this big of a lead for the Bees, but the Bees have came out. They played their football, and they're back, baby. 28-0 is your score. Tune in for the halftime show. Blake Dunham and Tucker Westmoreland, and me and Bryson will be back for the call of the second half.
Two people.
Two people with a combined brain power of one. We're just dumb. I'm ready whenever, boy.
Start.
Yeah, I'll start.
You're Tucker.
Yeah, I'm Tucker. Welcome back to the UHS Hive halftime show. I'm Tucker,
And I'm Blake.
and we're gonna go over the first half for you.
Man, this White County rushing game is non-existent, man. It's creating major problems for the White County offense. Upperman, they established a run game early, and ever since, they're just letting that three-star arm cook. And he's hit Elijah Fitz on two. Let's see, a 52-yard pass and a 40-yard pass, and Upperman is up 28-0. White County needs something to come out of the half with.
Yeah, and for anyone that watched the pregame show, I'm sorry about our predictions. I projected it to be a close game throughout the fourth quarter, and I'm really sorry. Blake projected it to be close throughout the first half, and it just hasn't been that. One of my bold predictions was Elijah Fitz to have over 100 yards receiving this game. He's already at 92.
Yeah.
And it's just the end of the first half.
That might be our first bold prediction correct on the season.
Yeah, that and penalties.
Yeah.
Because Upperman likes to, have a lot of penalties. Not really disciplined well, but it's okay.
I wonder if White County will start passing the ball. I mean, they have one pass attempt, and it was a sack. So I wonder if they'll let Tucker use the arm a little bit. I mean, obviously, that rushing attack is not working, and that's why they're 7-1 because of their run game. But when that's what you rely on, and it's not there, it's really hard to get something going.
Yeah, I know. They've had 18 rushes for only 48 yards.
Yeah, that's
like
not good.
1.3 yards per carry or something like that. And, to Upperman's 15 rushes for 94 yards. Carmine Phillips, he's been the offensive line. I have to give credit when credit is due. The offensive line has played great tonight.
Yeah.
They have created holes for Carmine Phillips, and they've been blocking very well for the three-star arm of Bronson Chaffin to throw it deep to Elijah Fitz.
Yeah, man, this offensive line, they started off the season pretty bad. I mean, against Greenville, that's probably why we lost the game, just getting out physical. But as the season goes on, we're getting better each week, and it looks really good tonight. Last week, I went out and said that was the best that Upperman's offensive line has looked. Tonight, they might give themselves a run for their money, man. I mean, it's a perfect time to get hot for that Upperman offensive line, and I love it, man. They look, when everything's clicking, this is one of the hardest offenses to stop in all of 4A.
Yeah, when Upperman is clicking, like you said, I mean, they're just one of the best or hardest teams to beat in 4A. You have teams that you're going to face in the playoffs that could give you a challenge. Like, one thing I want to mention is the TSSAA. They completely redid the playoff bracket this year, and there's 32 teams somewhere around that. There's a Class 4A Western half and Eastern half, and it is very hard, to win that.
Yeah.
And I feel like Upperman has the best chance. Obviously, you're on the Eastern half, and you have to face Alcoa.
Yeah.
Alcoa is one of the best teams, if not the best team in 4A. They're number 10 in the state. They moved up from 3A because the competition was too, easy.
Right.
And 4A, they've just ran through everybody this year.
Speaking of that, the loser of this game is more than likely going to have to play Alcoa in the first round of the playoffs. So, I mean, it's just hard, man, because Alcoa, they're gonna run through 4A. We all know it, but none of these coaches want their season to end that early. I mean, they're gonna lose to Alcoa eventually sometime in the playoffs, but they want to at least have a good little run in the playoffs.
Yeah, and if you're White County and you play Alcoa and lose round one, it's a what if.
Yeah.
What if we won that game?
Right.
What if we didn't have to play Alcoa? How far they could have went in the Class 4A playoffs.
Yeah, well, let's go over some games in 4A right now. We got Springfield 7-1 demolishing Green Bear 1-7, 34-0. We expected that. Springfield is one of the best teams in all 4A.
Yeah, and then one of our games that we went over was Macon County against Livingston County. We said it could be a trap game for Macon County, but in the second quarter, they're winning 14-0.
Yeah, another one. We got two pretty big schools, Loudon and Signal Mountain. I guess they're just having down years this year. They're both coming in at 4-4, but Loudon's up 10-0 out of halftime.
Yeah, another one is that we went over was Alcoa and Carter, and like we said, Alcoa was one of the best teams in 4A. They're beating Carter 42-0.
Phew, man. And then we got Jackson Northside taking on South Gibson. Probably one of those teams is going to get in the playoffs. They're 5-3 right now. It's in the first quarter. Jackson Northside is up 7-0.
Yeah, another one is Fulton versus Union County. They're 0-8. Fulton is 0-8 versus 1-7. It's basically the battle of the worst teams, and Fulton is winning that by a lot, 53-6.
Then we got Volunteer versus Cherokee. That was one of our games. We said one of these teams is getting the playoffs, and it's looking like it's going to be Cherokee right now. It's at halftime. Cherokee's leading 20-12, but that's going to be a great game. It's definitely going to go down to the wire.
Yeah, that's all the games in 4A. But, just one of the things I want to point out, Bronson Chaffin, he's added on 2 more rushing touchdowns tonight. He has one of the strongest cases for Mr. Football. Obviously,
yeah.
He didn't win it last year, which is unfortunate for him. But if Bronson Chaffin could win Mr. Football this year, that's just going to add on to the accolades that he already has.
Bronston is 7 for 8 with 7 completions and 8 attempts, 179 yards and 2 touchdowns passing, going along with 68 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns running. If that's not Mr. Tennessee, I don't know what is. He's been phenomenal his whole high school career, but this year he's been even better, man. He's just the leader of this team, and Upperman will go as far as Bronston can take him.
Yeah, another thing I want to point out is Upperman has 273 total yards to White County's 48. That's just unbelievable.
No, I don't think anyone expected this.
I didn't expect it.
No.
I expected it to be close the whole game, and this is for the region championship. This is for Region 4.
Right.
You expected White County to come out and look like a football team, but they haven't.
It's going to be really hard for White County to come back because their offense is so reliant on that rushing attack that they can't score fast. So they're going to have to get stops. Getting stops is the number one thing, and then scoring is also key if they want to come back. But like I just said, it's really going to be really hard.
Yeah, and Upperman, they get the ball coming out of the half because White County won the toss and elected to receive.
Yeah.
And if you're White County, it shows that you're scared of Upperman. You don't think your defense can stop Bronson Chaffin, which they clearly haven't. The score is 28-0. And it's just, honestly, I really wanted this to be a good game. Every home game this year hasn't really been close.
Yeah.
The next home game is Macon County next week.
Oh, man, that's going to be great, I tell you, man.
Yeah, that's going to be a great game. Obviously, Macon County coming in last year during the Class 4A playoffs, round 2. Big shocker. Big shocker.
Yeah.
Upperman Alcoa wasn't in 4A last year.
Right.
Upperman was the clear favorite to win 4A.
Absolutely.
And Macon County was a close second. They played in the regular season. Upperman came in one of the best high school football games I've ever seen.
For sure.
And then in the second round of the playoffs, it was just all Macon County. The Border Brothers just ran all over them. So that's a rematch I'm really looking forward to next week.
I want fans at home to look at this stat. Upperman has 273 total yards. Guess how many White County has, Tucker?
48.
Boom, that's actually perfect. They have 48 total yards. That's a crazy stat. That you can't win football games having under 100 yards by halftime.
Yeah, and White County has actually had more possession time. White County has had 13 minutes and 20 seconds of possession time, and Upperman only had 10 minutes and 40 seconds, and it's 28-0.
I will give White County something. Their band is phenomenal.
Their band is phenomenal. Obviously, we got to give credit to Upperman.
Yeah.
Mr. Oliver, great band director. And as you can see, they're performing right now.
I would hate to be Upperman's band having to go after White County's band because White County's band is just phenomenal.
Yeah, White County, they put on a great show. Don't know who the band director is, but props to him. He's doing great. White County's a great school.
Yeah.
Did you know their sports complex, they put $1.2 million into it?
Dang, I did not know that. I wish Upperman would do that. Well, look, so one more stat. Jojo Dow, everyone talked about him. He's all in the headlines for this game. He has more playing time punting the ball than he has rushing the ball. So,
yeah.
Well,
we're going to end the halftime show here. Come back for the third quarter, and it's going to be Josiah Nichols and Bryson Reeb on the call. Thank you.
Welcome back to the UHS Hive. I'm Josiah Nichols.
I'm Bryson Reed.
And we're bringing you the second half of football here at Billy C. Rogers. We got our halftime stats. Bronson Chaffin, 7 of 8, 179 yards passing, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, he's just making the Bees offense click. He's definitely the leader on this team. He's graduating early, of course, to go to Georgia State for football, and he's showing us why. He's just amazing. I'm sure he can go very far at the collegiate level, and, I mean, this Bees offense, it's clicking, and it's not only him, but it's the O-line. I want to give so much credit to the O-line. They're giving him a lot of time in the pocket and letting him deliver these throws that he needs to make to beat the 7-1 football team.
Absolutely, Bryson. And Elijah Fitz, 2 catches for 92 yards, both for touchdowns, and a 50-yard completion and a 42-yard completion, both for touchdowns. So, I mean, the connection between the seniors looking really, really strong right now, Bryson. And on the other side, not looking great. Tucker Pinion's 0 and 1 passing. He's thrown 1 pass, not caught. And rushing-wise, it's not looking great either.
Well, he's dropped back more than 1 time, so I don't want to – maybe the viewers think maybe they're a little bit confused, Josiah, because it's not only been 1 pass play. He's dropped back multiple times. They've just sacked him so many times. He's went down so many times. They've had 2 fumbles that were both recovered. So they're trying to pass the ball. It's just not working at all because this Upperman D-line is in their face.
And someone who's played pretty good tonight is Kobe Justice, number 15 out there. I mean, he's made some plays offensively and defensively, especially defensively, punching out, recovering the fumble. I'm not sure who punched it out, but he jumped on the ball and got the Bees the football on White County's first drive where White County was moving the ball. So Kobe Justice has played very good tonight, but to me, it just seems like the Bees' talent is too much for the Warriors to overcome, and I think the Bees players are just better and playing better, and at the end of the day, I think the Bees aren't going to slow down, and I could see the Bees getting up to 42 tonight, maybe a little bit more, depending on if the starters go out or not, but I believe we will be seeing a running clock shortly.
If we were to talk about the story of tonight, Josiah, what would yours be?
My story of the night, the score. I mean, just before the game, I said 42-21, so it's possible, not likely. Look, I just think the Bees' talent is so good, and I think when I looked at White County's record, I was like 7-1. I mean, that's a really, really good football team. No discredit to White County, they are, but they haven't played a Beach, they haven't played a Greenville. And I think Upperman is just a different caliber team, and I think Upperman's playing really good football tonight, and it shows on the scoreboard.
My story is going to be the lines. Of course, the score is just mind-blowing to me, but a part of the reason the score is so high isn't just because of Bronson and Carmine and Fitz and all these superstar players. It's the O and D line. I mean, the D-line, they've held them to 0 points, and that's big because it's not only the D-line on defense. I mean, you got corners, safeties, linebackers. Absolutely. They're playing well, too. But they're a run-first offense, so the D-line's a big part of that. And Colin Johnson, Jesus Patrick, and Kobe Justice, the linebacking trio, really, they're just playing great. And the O-line, I mean, they're holding up for Bronson. They're making gaps for Carmine. Bronson running. Saw Jude got a carry. They're just, I mean, they're really dominating in the trenches. And that was a big story coming into the night. I thought 2 players with 5 sacks. I mean, how is Bronson going to have time? We struggled. I mean, Stone got in Bronson's face. 2 players with 5 sacks. I mean, it's going to be a long night for Bronson, but no. Him and the O-line, they're on the same page, and him and the receivers are on the same page, and they're getting the ball out quick, and it's working really well so far.
Absolutely, and I agree with everything you said. You know, you look at it before the game, you think, White County could cause some problems, and haven't caused any tonight, and so far so good for the Bees, and Coach Kane's got to be happy with the way they performed, and second half's going to get underway. 28-0 is the score. Bees lead. Still a lot of football left to play.
Are you ready?
Yeah, there's a lot of football left. You know, speaking of great comebacks, the Broncos recently.
Okay.
I'm a Broncos fan, but you know, they were down 18 going into the 4th quarter. There was 8 minutes left,
True.
and they just scored 34 points.
I mean, the Titans came back on the Cardinals.
They did. They
Things
really
had
did.
to happen. A fumble on the 1-yard line,
Yeah.
an interception turned into a touchdown. Miracles happen.
32 straight points for the Broncos.
That's impressive.
Crazy.
And
White County might be able to do that. Never know. The Bees get the ball first.
what a kick from White County. And Elijah Fitz is going to field it. Maybe should have let it win in the end zone, but he's going to field it. Oh, it looked like he might have got pulled by the face mask there, but don't think any penalties were called. And
Second no call of the night, I thought. Oh, there is a flag, so that's going to be...
must have came in late.
Yeah, I don't know. Thought it was a face mask. I thought they had one
Could be
earlier
an
in
after the play
Carmine.
or something like that.
Thought there should have been one earlier in Carmine. But, I mean, the personnel for Upperman has been the same all night, really. The only difference is Tay and Jude are coming and swapping a little bit. But mainly got the same receiving core. You've had trips to the right or the left, just spread out, and then Bronson and Carmine. One of them runs the ball. Not too many passes by Bronson, but, I mean, he has 8 throws, but when he throws the ball, it's really effective tonight.
Absolutely, Bryson. And the Bees will have the ball at the 31-yard line. It's a pretty solid field position, but White County's band is still loud, and I really enjoyed the halftime show, Bryson.
I did, too.
Chaffin hands it off. It's Phillips, bounces out. Stiffs armed him, man. Looking like Derrick Henry out there.
I saw that from up here, man. That stiff arm, that was wicked, bro. He laid him out.
Derrick Henry and Carmine Phillips are a little different.
A little bit different. Size difference, maybe a tiny bit.
Yeah, but Carmine Phillips, what a great play out there.
He's more the speedster, too. That stiff arm. That was really impressive.
Ball's at the 41. So a gain of exactly 10 on first down. So it's going to bring up a first down for the Bees. Elijah Fitz on the left side, block on the right.
Is this where
Johnson
the Bees
off
rushing
the
attack
right
takes
tackle. Porath off left tackle. Fakes the run, throw it to Porath, and the flat. Makes a good play. Gets about midfield there. Gain of about 8 or 9.
Yeah, well, I figured the rushing attack was going to start to take over for the Bees, but as soon as I say that, Coach Kane draws up something that's the same type of play. He just sits in the middle of the zone. I believe that was a zone because for some reason the corners were really far apart, and there's only one receiver out there. So Tate's, he's doing a great job receiving tonight, but also coming off the edge. He's playing fantastic. Tate, one of those players. We've called his name a lot this season.
And it's ridiculous just this rotation for the Bees. They've got so many guys that can come out and play. Some young sophomores are in right now. I mean, Jack Smith's in there. They've got a good rotation of guys. Chaffin fakes the handoff, throws it to Johnson. Johnson, everyone thought he was down, but he's still going.
How did he stay up?
I mean,
He went straight for his legs. That's like perfect. That's what you want to see from a corner. Going at the tight end's legs, trying to get him down. What they teach you to do.
I mean,
It's huge.
he's a different kind of guy. I mean, he's a different kind of guy. He is a college athlete out there. He will play college football at a good university. He will be a good college football player. He's a very, very good football player.
Yeah.
One of the best on the Bees.
Yeah, for his size, he's super fast too.
Yeah.
Super fun guy to be around. Practices really well. And he talks to his guys in the huddle sometimes. I see it, so he's a good leader too.
I mean, like, if I'm on defense and I see that guy running at me, I'm letting him by.
Yeah.
I'm not getting hit by that.
Going out of bounds.
And the Bees, not a great play there. Can be second down.
Captain on the carry.
Not a great carry right there by Bronson. The first one of the night where he couldn't truck all 5 of the front players for the Warriors. But Carmine, I'm expecting him to take over a little bit. He had a pretty good first half, especially receiving. But some pitches, some of that trickery that Kane loves to do with his star quarterback and running back duo.
It's crazy to think that Chaffin only has one more regular season home start after tonight against the biggest rival for Upperman, Macon County. It's just crazy to think his tenure's already over. Chaffin fakes the handoff. He's stuttering. Can he make a play? He wants a penalty.
Yeah, I thought he just grabbed him by the neck. In the NFL, they treat him like it's a child in a UFC match. If you touch him, it's a flag. Not in high school football, though. Apparently, they like hitting a little bit more. You're not supposed to take the quarterback down by his head and neck, but he did there, and there wasn't a foul. It's kind of surprising. Big third down, though.
He really wanted a penalty there, and it got slowed down pretty hard there. He made a good play not to throw the ball away. Something he's got to learn in the collegiate level. You can't always do that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in high school, he can. So, good to see him show that athleticism. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Man behind right tackle is Porith. Rolling out to the right. He's looking. Not a great throw there, but it's caught. Block. And it's going to bring up a 4th down. So, Bryson, we know they're not probably going to kick. So, what do you think the Bees will drop here for a 4th and 4?
Curl routes, I'm expecting. I'm expecting some type of hitch play. I mean, it's 4th and about 4, right? So, a 5-yard hitch could be enough. Gunner, Fitz, Colton, they really like those short routes.
Absolutely.
Or an out. Or, I mean, you could just give it to one of your running backs. Carmine, I mean, he averages about 5 a carry, so.
4th down and 4. If the Bees score again, it goes to a running clock. It's wild to think that.
So what you're saying is it's going to be a good running clock.
It most likely will be a running clock. Chaffin's going to roll out to the left. He's going to throw it to Phillips. Phillips, can he make the play to get the first down?
And that's that stiff arm we talked about earlier. He got the first down.
He can, and that's unbelievable. From up here, it looked like it was going to be a stop. But Phillips is too quick and too good of a player to go down on first contact. Gets the first down for the Bees as the Bees are closing in on another running clock.
I expected that from Carmine right there. I knew he wasn't just going to go down on first contact. He never does. And that stiff arm, the second time you saw it, just laying out these corners and safeties. He's not the biggest guy, but he's really fast. And he's bigger than some of these White County corners, though. But the secondary we talked about earlier, player with 4 interceptions, player with 3 interceptions, corner leading tackler for the Warriors. We expected this secondary to make some plays, and they haven't all night.
Chaffin's just going to run it up, and he's got a good gain. He might go all the way. Tackled short. He is close, though. Chaffin, the biggest guy on the field, makes yet another good run. And, Bryson, I've been thinking about it. Bees football is something that I think we've just grown accustomed to winning.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. This is my 19th game that I've called. The Bees are 16-3. That's unheard of. 16-3 is a crazy record. And, I mean, I think we take for granted just really how good and how good of a Coach Kane is and just how good of a program we have here at Upperman.
Yeah, when a lot of these seniors and juniors graduate and our team maybe gets a little bit worse, we're definitely going to look at these times.
And it's a handoff to 6. Can 6 get in for 6? He can! Phillips on his first rush touchdown of the night. And the Bees have a running clock, 34-0.
Of course, when you need a big play, who do you give it to? Well, there's a lot of players you can give it to,
there
but Carmine's one of them. Yeah. He's just fantastic. This whole drive is basically because of him. I mean, Bronson made a heck of a play, but 2 stiff arms, and then he trucks 2 guys taking the end zone. Pretty good blocks by the receivers there. He looks a little bit shook up. He's looked like that all night, though, but he's a heck of a player, and he is a warrior out there, man. I mean, he takes some big hits, but he gets straight up.
And he hurdled the kicking unit, number 24 on White County did, and it's going to be offsides. Half the distance to the goal from the ball's at the 3, so it's going to be at the 1.5 yards. So Roberts' kick's going to be a little bit easier. Not sure it's going to change the play call at all, though. No, he's going to stay out there. Block the hold. Kick up. Good. 35-0 in what has been a blowout of a game. And both teams 3-0 in district play. However, one's going to come out 3-1 after tonight. And looks like it's going to be White County.
Yeah, this is basically the district championship. And, I mean, I thought it was going to be a heck of a game. You think these championship-type games, you feel like that you feel like it has to be a great game because these championship games, or quote-unquote championship games, you expect them to be huge games. I'm not completely sure what's happening right now. I mean, you and especially Miss Susie called a blowout. I didn't really think so. I thought it was going to be a lot closer because White County, I mean, they're 7-1. you can't look at me like I'm crazy for thinking it's going to be a good game. Everyone expected it to be.
I don't think you're crazy at all. And at the end of the day, I think it just shows how good Bees football is, and I think it shows how smart Miss Susie is.
Have your attention, please. Erica Poe.
Smarter than us, Bryson. Smarter than us.
Apparently. She takes her notes.
Shea set to kick. Freshman with a big leg.
It's his first kick all night.
I think he kicked one earlier, maybe, but big kick. And he's got a good gap. Dowell does. Gets to about the 40-yard line.
Against Farragut, I don't remember. You remember the receiver's name that played really well in the loss?
Against
When they
the
played
receiver
Farragut?
for Farragut?
Yeah.
Farhat.
Yeah, Farhat. I mean, Dowell, he's kind of reminding me of Farhat because they're getting blown out right now, but he's one of the bright spots. He's not playing fantastic, but especially kick returning, man. He's really explosive.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the only thing that's keeping Titans fans a little bit interesting is that we have the number 1 returner in football,
First and 10.
Chimere Dike.
Who?
The Titans.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure who
No
that
one
is.
knows anybody on the Titans anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's sad.
it's okay.
Pinion. They really like 3 players behind the quarterback. They're going to hand it off to Sims. Maybe gets 2 or 3 there, Bryson.
These runs, I mean, Pinion, I expect him to have to throw some. I expect the coaching to make him throw some. But right now they're not. They're just taking the conservative route, trying to get something going on the ground. And I don't know. This would be one of the greatest comebacks of all time if they can do this in high school football. But I don't believe it's going to happen this time.
It would be impressive. Pinion. It's a toss. It's Dowell. It's a pretty good play there, but
Again, Dowell, he's like the only bright spot right now.
I mean, this clock is ticking, Bryson, and running the ball is not going to make it go by any slower. So
Can they throw the ball on this defense, though? I mean, secondaries are strong suit, but this D-line especially.
I mean, when you're playing a team that's better than you, you have to schematically coach better than the other team.
Yeah.
You have to put your players in a good position, and it doesn't look like White County's winning the coaching battle right here at all.
It's really loud here in Baxter. I'll be very surprised if they picked up this third and short.
Pinion. Hands off. Sims. Ball's out. Recovered.
Fumble on the play. Recovered.
And the Bees force a fumble. It's Upperman football.
You know who that was?
First and
I kind of thought it was Jack Smith. It looked like he was in on there.
Yeah, well, I felt it was Carmine. I felt like Carmine just hit him really hard right there. That was just great. That was
Tape
the second fumble.
Was Jack Smith even in on the play?
I don't think Jack Smith was in on that play. I'm not sure.
I saw 1 and 2, and maybe it's Poor at 21 who I saw. So credit to Tate.
Yeah, I feel like Carmine definitely made that happen. Gunner right there with the recovery. And that was a pretty hard recovery, too.
Clock is ticking. 35 zip. Could be a potential shutout in the future.
Maybe the biggest blowout of the season will be against a 7-1 team. That'll be a
Chaffin.
statement win.
Fakes the toss. He's going to keep it for himself. Makes a man miss.
If he would have stayed up, he would have had probably a touchdown right
Yeah,
there. But
he
that was
had
a
a
pretty good
big
leg
gap.
tackle.
middle.
Pretty good shoelace tackle, as some people call it right there. Grabbing him by his feet. That's a pretty good tackle, though.
Erica
Absolutely.
Cole, please
Good
come
gain, though. 4 yards
to the
about.
press box. Erica Cole, please come to the press box.
That's what you said you wanted.
Chaffin. He's looking downfield.
Ooh,
A little bit of
dangerous
a
throw.
miscommunication there.
Yeah, that was a very dangerous throw right there. Throwing it over the middle. Colton, he was kind of open, but, I mean, Colton, he's drawn so much attention because, you know, he has offers from a lot of places, and he's a very highly recruited player, especially on this Bees football team. He's huge, so he's going to draw a lot of attention from these DBs and linebackers. So Bronson, he was really the only player open, so he just throws it to him. It's a little bit off target, though. Big third down here. White County has to get their offense back on the field to even have a chance.
Absolutely,
in this game.
Bryson. Chaffin. Shotgun. Off the hands of the receiver. It's block.
Please. It's 4th down.
Unfortunately, Gunnar Block's not 6'5" like Colton is, but you know that was Gunnar. That was really high. He's a great player, but I don't know. You can't really put him in a position to have to make that play.
Every third down, don't pick it. That's every third down in medium that don't pick it.
It seems like every third down and 5 or 6, they just throw the ball right to the right or left edge on this little curl out concept, and I really like it. It's executed perfectly every single time except for that last one.
And Carmine punts it. It's a pretty good punt.
And I think I just broke my toe just now.
The Warriors get a stop. They desperately needed one. Ball's going to be at the 12-yard line. Clock is ticking, though, and we're almost at the end of the third quarter, Bryson. Crazy how fast the game goes once the clock starts ticking without any stoppage.
Will White County do anything here?
They're going to have to, but doubt it. They show a different formation here. It's a shotgun. Does Pinion keep it? The ball's out. He fumbles it. He can't keep the ball. Bees think they have it,
And
do
that's
they?
Gunnar Block.
They do.
That's
The
all
third
Gunnar Block.
fumble of the game. 2 straight plays. Bees are right in their end zone. Ball control has been huge tonight, especially when the weather gets cold.
And that's all Gunnar Block. That's his second fumble recovery and 2 defensive plays for him. That's just amazing. And I don't know, White County, they must have ate some Butterfinger chocolate beforehand because they cannot hold on this ball. They look like Tucker Westmoreland in our little backyard football game earlier.
Absolutely. And look, I mean, you can say it's cold, but to me and Bryson, it's not actually
Yeah, it's
cold.
really not that cold.
It's warm. We're in our T-shirt and shorts and
Feels like
feeling
Arizona
great.
weather right now.
I enjoy it, actually.
Quite nice on a night like this. You know,
Chaffin.
very entertaining.
In an empty set. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Chaffin. And he's just going to run it. Will he get touchdown number 32 this year? He's a little bit short, but it's inevitable what's about to happen, which it's going to be 41-6. Excuse me, 41-0 if the Bees score.
Inevitable. You reminded me of like Thanos right there, Bronson Thanos with his Infinity Gauntlet. He's just scoring at will, you know.
Yeah.
His stones are Fitz, Carmine, and Jack Smith, Colton Johnson.
That is a good reference.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Chaffin. He's going to keep it for himself. He might throw it. Oh, but he gets a little loose with it. And White County recovers the ball.
Well, unfortunately, I think that might be my bad.
Recovered by White.
And Chaffin,
10-10.
the ball gets punched out and White County recovers it. So I guess White County's just back where they were before they fumbled it. The Bees don't get any more points, but White County doesn't get any more points. So kind of a lose-lose scenario. 35-0. Third quarter just ended. 12 minutes will remain, and Bryson, this 12 minutes is going to go by very quickly.
Yeah, I feel like it will, definitely. I mean, White County, they're going to have to drop something. This will be the greatest high school football comeback of all time if they can pull it off.
Yeah,
But I highly doubt they can. I mean, that's the only bad play that the offense has had all night. And I don't know. There's been a lot of fumbles. Maybe the teams are adjusting to this not so cold weather. But
Absolutely.
this very warm weather we have tonight caused for some slips and for some fumbles. But Bronson's done a great job of keeping the ball out of harm's way. Just a little bit of a miscue right there. But I'm sure if he comes in for another possession, that's a big if. But if the first team is still out on their next offensive possession, I'm sure he'll bounce back.
Absolutely. And some scores of interest here. Alcoa, the infamous Alcoa who've won tons of state championships, won 42-0 tonight against Knoxville Carter.
Carter's a great team, too.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild. Alcoa, I mean, I think they've won 13 or 14 of the last 15 state championships in 3A, and they moved up to 4A this year, which is the Bees division of football, which...
That's going to be fun if we have to play them.
Oh,
Won't it?
fun. White County, I mean, there's a chance, but they're going to have to show something. Pinion. He hands it off.
After the play, it's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. And these plays of 4 yards are going to take about 45 seconds off the clock each and every time. So just if you look at the math, there's no chance that they can win. They'll put about 14 points up on the board, and then it'll be over. If they even can do that, which I highly doubt.
High snap.
And that's a really firm quarterback sack.
Quarterback sack there. Loss of 3. Clock is ticking. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Warriors against your Upperman Bees. Score 35-0. Bronson Chapman's had a near perfect game tonight, besides from that fumble. But the Bees have looked really good, and they're playing a really solid team. 7-1 team, in fact, Bryson. 7 straight wins, but the Bees are making them look a whole lot worse than they really are.
That streak's going to come to an end tonight because you're playing the best team in Tennessee. Okay, maybe that's a little.
Maybe not. And he's going to keep it for himself. Not going to get any of it back. 4th down in about 9 or 10. And I would assume they would punt it.
After the play, no gain.
And
4th down.
it could be very likely that we don't see White County's offense out there again tonight because of how good Upperman's offense has been moving the football.
You know who Bronson's playing a little bit better tonight than? Briggs Cherry. You know, Briggs Cherry, he's a great quarterback, but Bronson, he's really showing that he's one of the best quarterbacks in Tennessee, Josiah.
Solid punt there. It's going to take a Warrior bounce. Going to get to about the 40-yard line. So, pretty solid punt there, and it'll take a Warrior bounce.
It's 1st and 10 Bees from the 40-yard line.
Another score of interest is Livingston-Macon County. They're both pretty decent rivals for the Bees, and Macon County was up 21-0. However, Livingston back in the football game 21-14. Upperman obviously takes on Macon County next week here, which will be a big rematch. Chapman's still out there. I was a little surprised. He's looking downfield. Ooh. It's a little left.
Off. Yeah, a little bit off. You know, we talked about earlier how Fitz is great at those over-the-shoulder catches. Perfect hand-eye coordination right there. One of the best in the game, but just a little bit off.
Absolutely. And look, he was open. He had a couple steps on the defender.
They're playing a lot off, too, so that just shows Fitz's speed, and Carmine's done it.
And I'm surprised they're throwing it with the way the game's going right now, but I can't really question Coach Kane the way the team's playing right now. He's got exactly what he's wanted out of his team. And it's a handoff to Phillips. Pretty good defense for White County. You don't want to put the ball in harm's way in a situation like this, Bryson, but they might throw here. Not completely sure. What do you think they should do?
I feel like they should just run the ball. If they punt, I mean, there's no way that Sparta can win right now, especially the way they're playing. They're not going to score the whole game. I highly doubt. And so I feel like you just run the ball, take as much time as you can off the clock. I highly doubt the Warriors even call their timeouts at this point.
Chaffin rolls out. He's going to throw. Takes a shot. Completed. And block. Hit hard, but not before he makes a quick juke move. It's going to be a 1st down Bees.
Yeah, I was wrong. I shouldn't question Coach Kane's ability to draw up pass plays, especially those ones where Bronson rolls out. Bronson right there, he looked off the DB and safety. He looked straight at Colton Johnson, leaving Gunner Block wide open, made a couple moves, picks up the first down, and that's 3 more plays that the time can just tick off the clock for.
I would argue that Chaffin is his most dangerous while he's on the run.
Yeah,
it
for sure.
opens up the run and the deep shot.
And you got to choose. Do you cover the pass guy, like the receiver, or do you go up and try to make a play on Bronston?
Yeah, it's
one of the hardest positions.
It's a lose-lose situation for the defense. Chaffin hands it off to Phillips. Phillips, solid gain.
Since it's a running clock, you don't have to stay in bounds either, so they can use the sideline if they need to. Right there with that pitch-type play to Carmine. He bounces it outside the receiver. Great blocks right there.
Absolutely, Bryson. And Bees are marching down the field. This would be a big statement win. Shutting out the second team in your region is huge. I mean, White County 7-1. I want to say that again, 7-1 entering tonight. And the way it's looking right now, they're not going to score. Absolutely wild. Chaffin. Receiver on each side, man behind right tackle. Running back is Phillips. He's looking. He's got Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick's got a great gain. Going to get out at the 20-yard line, so a gain of about 20 yards there.
Yeah, they're doing whatever they want. And by whatever they want, I mean literally whatever they want. Running, passing, these little trick plays that Bronson looks like he's going to roll out to the right, flips his hips, goes to the left, and usually it's Tate, but that time it was Jude Fitzpatrick. He's played great. Star linebacker, one of the best run stuffers in the game for this Bees football team. And the plays by Coach Kane I've really been impressed by tonight because he's not doing anything that's putting the ball in harm's way. Bronson threw a pick, so these are more simple throws and get him going a little bit. And I highly doubt they will, but if they need to, Bronson probably has the confidence back to take a deep shot.
Chaffin, motion man. It's Phillips, but Chaffin's just going to keep it for himself. Wrestled down by the Warriors.
Chaffin on the quarterback keeper.
Well, Bryson, this game is coming to an end. What are your thoughts about next week's game against Macon County and what was a devastating loss for the Bees in the second round of the playoffs last year? However, Macon County went on to win the state championship. How do you think the Bees will come in and approach the game?
It'll be the hardest they play all season, definitely. I feel like Coach Kane's not going to put the second team in at all, even if they're up 80. And I expect them to score the most points of the season. I expect their game plan all week is, you talked about how Coach Kane wanted to kill them. They did. And next week, I don't know. Kill's not going to be the word. It's going to be something much worse.
Chaffin. He's going to make a great play there. And
pass complete to block.
The game's still going on. And it's not looking good for White County, but their band is still playing. And I got to tell you, I love their band.
Yeah, you really do, don't you?
I love it.
What I love is Gunner Block making that play. Just fantastic. The blocking was pretty good, and the defender kind of picked him up and carried him like 4 yards forward, so that was pretty good. Gunner Block, he's been amazing right now. And the band's still going, so credit to them. Down 35.
I would pay to go watch a concert, and that's crazy because I don't even like music that much. Chaffin.
That's good for you.
3 receivers to the right. He's going to hand it off to Phillips. Phillips, can he get around the defenders? He can't wrestle down. And
that's one of the best tackles we've seen all night.
It's a good tackle.
Bronson's definitely going to take all the time off the clock before he snaps his football.
Second and goal, Bees.
White County's band. Since there's nothing to talk about, we're going to talk about White County's band. They've got a big playlist of songs, and they are all good songs. Haven't missed on one tonight. Just a continual great performance by them. Chaffin. He breaks another tackle. Still on his feet. Third goal for the Bees.
7-1 football team, about to be 7-2. White County, I came into this game thinking it was going to be a good fight. And they didn't play terrible. You know, they just didn't play Upperman. You know, Upperman good. But White County, I'm sure they're still going to make the playoffs. They can still make some noise, definitely. They're not a bad team by any means. They're still probably about the third best team Upperman's played.
I would say, I mean, look, Upperman's had 2 weeks to prepare for this game. It's in their home stadium, so they've got a little bit of an advantage. But, man, they outplayed them in every way possible tonight. Chaffin, it's a handoff. It's Phillips. Walks in. Looking tough while doing that. And the Bees are up 41. Zip. They make the extra point. They get to 42.
Yeah, well, the White County, fans, they're really quiet. But this is a massacre, right? I would love for this game. You know, this is kind of the massacre you want to see on like a Halloween type game, because the Halloween music. I'm excited for next week. It's going to be a great game, Macon County.
I mean, me and Blake already got our costumes picked out. You'll find them out next week.
I'm sure I'll just be in a t-shirt and shorts because it's going to be pretty hot next week, I'm sure.
Point is good.
It's going to be cool.
With 1 minute, 25 seconds left in the game. Your score.
And the band's still going for you, so I think they're just going for you at this point.
The band's honestly the most exciting thing for White County tonight. If you don't take anything away from White County football, the band.
D1 band.
D1 band.
Offers from everywhere.
Man, they need to, yeah, they are good. Very, very good. 1 minute 25 left in the football game.
Second team hasn't got in, though. Yet they might get one defensive drive.
Yeah,
2 or so plays, maybe.
Bryson, who's your player of the game?
I'm going to go with Kobe Justice. You know,
Okay.
He's played fantastic. He's definitely one of the best players on this defense. But sometimes, not to diss on him any, but sometimes he doesn't show it. I know he has a lot of ability and a lot of talent, but sometimes it's just not on full display. But tonight it definitely was. And I want to give a lot of credit to him. He definitely prepared a lot this week. Who's your player of the game?
I'm going to give it, Bronson Chaffin's obviously an option. And look, Bronson's the best player on the football team. Committed to Georgia State 3-star. He checks every box for being a player of the game. But I'm going to give it to Elijah Fitz. I think he had some of his best route running of the season tonight. Had 2 big touchdowns. So I'm going to give it to Elijah Fitz, and he had a very, very good game. The clock is ticking, Bryson, so we're only going to see probably 1 offensive snap.
That's a Henry Brothers Roofing timeout B.
You know who's about to come in? Logan's Choice. This is our annual time with about a minute left where Logan gets some playing time. He's a great player, a lot of abilities. It just sucks we don't get to see it a lot on display. But maybe, just maybe, he can make a play that'll surprise us, you know.
He's got some abilities. That is true.
He does.
He helped make some graphics for tonight, so that's a positive about Logan. He's very good at technical director.
Sweet Caroline. You know, since we're up so much, me and Josiah, we could just have a rap concert going.
Yeah. I'm not a rapper.
I don't know who that is, but someone's screaming Trevor Polk. They're very excited. Upperman fans, the best anywhere. The best you'll find. D1 fans.
They have got an offensive lineman in the backfield. And they're just going to hand it off to him. That is a big boy.
That is a very big man right there. That's the biggest running back I've ever seen. Looking like Jerome Bettis out there back in the 1900s.
They thought Jerome Bettis was the bus.
Yeah.
I found the real bus.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to have to get on him, and he's going to take them home tonight, because if that's not a bus, I don't know what is. It's like a Mack truck right there. That's an 18.
That is a human semi. It's a handoff to Dowell. Dowell's made some pretty good plays tonight. However, his team couldn't bring it together to get the win, and I believe that's going to be the last play of the football game. Bryson, the Bees dominated all aspects of the game tonight. 42-0 is your final score. as your Upperman Bees improve to 7-2, win the region season. Win the region regular season. A little bit of a tongue twister there.
Yeah.
And move to 7-2. 7-2, very impressive mark. And they're going to be going into next week with a whole lot of momentum. Fireworks are going off. It's good to be back at home, Bryson.
It really is, and the fans showed up and showed out tonight. The whole team fired on all cylinders, and I'm just hoping this momentum can carry on to next week, and we can put a whooping on Macon County.
I would love to see a good performance next weekend. White County, they're a good team at the end of the day. They don't have the talent to compete with the Bees. And look, I was right about Upperman scoring 42 points, but didn't expect them to win by 42. I thought it was going to be a lot closer game. And look, at the end of the day, it shows Coach Kane's toughness, and it shows the kind of brand of football he likes to play, dominating, smash-mouth football. And ultimately, White County wasn't up to the challenge tonight, and maybe they'll get a shot at it later this season. But for right now, the Bees are on top. Bryson, do you have any last thoughts?
No, just everyone tune in next week, last regular season game, to the UHSI TV, broadcasted every game so far this season, and next week's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
If you can't show up to the stands here, just watch it. Me and Josiah will be here, Blake and Tucker will be here, and it's going to be a great game next week.
Absolutely, Bryson, and thank you to the people who come in and tune in every single week. Couldn't do without y'all. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we just appreciate everything you do for us, and obviously J&S Construction for being the biggest sponsor for us this season. And at the end of the day, we couldn't do it without any of you guys. We love y'all, and we really appreciate you guys for watching us. So I'm Josiah Nichols.
I'm Bryson Reed.
Tune in next week as your Upperman Bees take on Macon County on October 30th.